sharing this tab with Twitch.tv. So whatever.
Huh. Okay.
We'll leave it there. We'll figure it out later. I don't feel like messing around with it and more trying to figure out more things. Anyway, I should I move my camera? It's fine. It's cut off, but it's fine. Like I'm looking at the logo, and it's just like, oh, okay. It's cutting. My face is covering the H. Anyway, everybody, we are here playing with my friend, uh, who doesn't know about comics, to guess who's this bitch. Meaning, I'm gonna pull up a picture of a comic book character, and they're gonna have to guess who that character is, and what they can do, and whether or not they are a hero or a villain.
Oh God, there's so much more involved. I
Yes,
thought I just had to tell you who it was.
I had fun. We're gonna have fun with this.
Oh God.
Yeah, like give me a name, either their hero name or their secret identity. Doesn't have to be both. And then hero or villain, and then what they're capable of. So it's fairly simple.
hmm
I just made it sound complicated.
Simple, he says. Like I know things.
Well, it's just a name, good guy, bad guy, or and their powers.
Okay, okay, I get it. I get
Right? Simple. I just made it sound complicated.
it.
Anyway, before we start, I gotta do the mystery box of mystery and introduce the stream. Hey everybody, welcome back to Game Junkies Online. Today we have... That you.
Oh, me? Hi, I'm Cedar.
And... Jesus Christ. Of course it's that one that I pull. Yeah, so I started putting all the random YouTube intros into a box and I pull them out every stream.
That works.
Yeah. So, welcome back to Game Junkies Online. I'm your host, Justin. We have my friend here.
Cedar, hello.
And I'm a good boy, but I can be your bad boy. And today, we're playing Who's This Bitch?
I can be your angel or your devil.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
And just for funsies, can you tell me the outline of this character?
That is Superman. He is a hero, and probably his most notable thing is that he can dodge. Well, no, he's invincible to bullets and he can fly.
Sure.
He's also an alien, so like.
But that was more just for funsies. I'm actually gonna have pictures like this.
Dick.
What?
I thought you were gonna switch over and be like, "No, it's Spider-Man," and I was like, "It's not."
No, that was more for funsies. This is your first baseline character. Who is this?
Oh, okay. That's Spider-Man. He's a hero. He is. He got bit by a spider and now can climb walls and shoot webs.
Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna switch over. You seem a little. Is there a way to adjust volume? Okay, you're maxed. Okay, never mind. You're just a little quiet on my end, but I think that's just me.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep.
So, oops. Click. This is indeed Spider-Man, aka Peter Parker. I struggled with the font here, and it will get better later. Yes, bitten by a radioactive spider as a teenager, became a superhero. One of Stanley's favorite creations, and like what originally his original concept for him was just like, and the reason why he does so well in the comics was, at the time, all these heroes are like super scientists and all of that, or billionaires and blah blah blah.
And he's just a dude.
He's just a dude. He was supposed to represent like all the problems you have as a teenager, finding dates, acne, being the awkward school student. And then it became super relatable and probably easily the most iconic superhero.
He's definitely one of my favorites.
Yes.
So.
Who's this one?
That is Batman or Bruce Wayne. He is a hero and he does not have superpowers. He's just really, really rich and has a whole bunch of tools and gadgets.
Yes. Although some of his bullshit feats, he definitely has superpowers, but they say he doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Batman, identity, Bruce Wayne. Angry Broody.
Yeah.
Which I like fun Batman, and we hardly ever get that in media now. But
It's true. Lego Batman, my beloved.
yeah, thank you. Fuck, what is his name? Who did the Batman trilogy?
Oh, fuck. I don't know.
Oh God, I can't remember his name. All of a sudden, well, yeah, I kind of blame him for what I consider the downfall for DC, and everyone thinking that DC is super grimdark, because DC is goofy as all fuck as well, and we will get into that with a lot of these characters.
Yeah.
Who dis?
That's Superman. I already told you what he does.
Okay, that's fair. What you also didn't know is Superman actually has, like, he's not completely invincible.
No, that's right. He had kryptonite.
Kryptonite, and there is one other major weakness that is not talked about a lot.
Oh.
Magic.
Are you magic?
Magic and anything supernatural. Yes. So yeah, because you know, think about it. Magic's basically a cheat code, and to cheat code invincibility.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, magic. And magic was actually Superman's original weakness. And it wasn't kryptonite.
It was just magic.
Yeah. Do you want to know how the kryptonite came about?
Yes.
So in the, I was gonna say a year, but I was like, I don't know. I want to guess 1940s, but I'm not sure if Superman was around then. Maybe 1950s. Anyway, back when radio plays were still a thing, right? They had a fairly popular Superman radio play, and the actor for Superman was going on vacation, so they had to come up with a reason for why this new actor, who's playing Superman for like 3 episodes, sounds different.
Oh.
So Superman got sick, and that's why he sounds funny.
Oh, I mean, that's a believable excuse, so I get it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And that was like early Superman, and then kryptonite became a thing after that point.
Oh.
And there are various different forms of kryptonite, and we can get into that some other time. And they affect him differently. Like green.
You were telling me earlier a couple weeks ago about pink kryptonite, weren't you?
I was not.
Who told me that then?
I don't know. I was gonna mention pink kryptonite here. Like yeah, green kryptonite, that's the basic one that takes away his powers. Red kryptonite, I want to say makes him angry. Pink kryptonite is problematic as fuck.
Yes.
And it's kind of fucked up because that was like, I want to say that came about in the 90s.
Because it was the one that made him gay, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
being in the 90s would make sense. We were not as progressive as people think we were.
Right, but like how flamboyant and whatnot it made him was like, I would expect all of that to be in like the 60s, 70s. No, this is the 90s. What?
Oh yeah, yep, yep. It's real fun.
Because he went from like, Superman, Lois, and instantly like got exposed to pink kryptonite, It was just like, oh, who's Lois? Oh, Jimmy, my camera guy. How you doing? And like
Amazing.
super flamboyant. And it was like, oh, to the point of problematic. Oh yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that aged
yeah,
like milk.
yeah. Superman identity. Clark Kent. Kal El is his Kryptonian name.
Hmm.
Who dis?
That's Iron Man, Tony Stark. He also is a hero most of the time. And is being a super genius like a superpower because he's ridiculously smart. He's also a billionaire, and he built a robot.
Uh, kind of like a lot of heroes and even villains have like super genius IQ. So
That's true.
it's kind of like a baseline thing, either super genius or super strength.
Yeah. All right, that tracks.
Um, yeah, I was actually watching a documentary on Stan Lee, and it talked about how he developed Iron Man. This
Mm-hmm.
side tangents a lot. Um, so Iron Man came about in the 60s or 70s. I can't quite remember, and was like, a lot of the characters are supposed to reflect society that's happening around them.
Yeah.
Like the X-Men was the civil rights movement. Not a lot of people knew that.
Yeah.
Um, Iron Man came around the same time and was like, big hippie movement, government, war bad, whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Stan Lee was just because he was a soldier or what participated in the army. Was like, well, I'm gonna give society a character that works for the government, makes weapons, and you're gonna care about it. And people did.
Yeah.
So, yep. Iron Man, Tony Stark. Who dis? I forgot I put her on here.
Is that Catwoman?
No.
Batgirl?
I could see how you could see that. No, think Marvel.
Okay, Marvel. It's Black Widow then. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She does look suspiciously cat-like though.
That's fair. I was trying to find one that wasn't like clearly Scarlett Johansson.
You know what? That's fair. Okay, so yeah, she's a hero now, and also, as far as I'm aware, doesn't have superpowers, but she was trained as like a Russian spy and is a kick-ass assassin and spy.
Yes. Though she is like she does kind of have superpowers. She is like juiced up with a little bit of a modified super soldier serum, but we don't really get to that in the comics or in the MCU. Sorry,
Okay, fair enough.
which like it would explain like her durability and whatnot.
Yeah, because boy, does she get tossed through a couple times.
Yeah, Black Widow, Natasha, or uh, I'm not gonna try and pronounce that.
Natalia?
Yeah, Romanova. It's got
Yeah.
a lot of different names that sound similar. Like
Yeah.
making this was like, oh, she's got like 10 names. Okay, I'm gonna put the first one on here. Who dis?
Oh, that's Wonder Woman. I no, her name's Diana. She is a hero.
Mm-hmm.
One of her most identifying qualities is the fact that she is a shit, I forgot the name for him. But she has her it's not a whip, but it's a truth rope.
Lasso.
Lasso. That's the word.
Truth rope.
What is the word I was looking for before? She grew up on an island. It was all girls. It was.
Think Grease.
I am thinking Grease, but the word is escaping me.
Archer. think packages.
Amazon.
There
There
you
we
go.
go.
Yep.
I did say my brain was fried today.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We're having fun here. So yeah, Wonder Woman, Amazonian. The island name you were looking for was Themyscira.
Yeah.
That one I believe is. I'm not 100% certain. I probably should have looked that up beforehand, but I believe that what name was made up for comics. I could be wrong. Lasso of Truth also has an invisible jet. I don't know if we've seen that in recent media. Maybe in Wonder Woman 80 something. I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one. I only watched the original Wonder Woman movie that came out. And some of the cartoons.
Princess Diana, Diana Prince for some. Okay, here's your first actual character.
Hoomston? Okay, he's an X-Man.
Uh-huh. Some of these were just like, I'm gonna fuck with you.
I am determining his name is Billy Bob.
Billy Bob, okay. And is Billy Bob a good guy or a bad guy?
I believe he is a good guy. He's got that good guy stance.
Okay. And what powers does Billy Bob have?
The way I immediately went, he can drink 12 cans of beer and not die.
Sure. Yeah, this is Billy Bob. He's a good guy and can drink 12 cans of beer and not die. Kind of sounds like my aunt.
Sounds like my uncle.
Or your uncle. We're going to clip that. Because that's a good one. Or your uncle. Okay, we're going to clip that. Go. So this is actually... His name is Forget-Me-Not. Comes from Marvel. That's another thing I forgot. Guess either DC or Marvel. Those are the only two options at this round.
Okay. Hey, I got hero right.
He is a hero. Zabi, I think is how you would say that. His power is the power of imperceptibility. So, you remember him so long as you are looking at him. The minute you look away...
With silence from Doctor Who.
Yeah. The moment you look away, he is forgotten. Which is why he goes by the name Forget-Me-Not. And it's kind of... He's a more recent hero. I want to say like mid-2000s. They added him. Mm-hmm. But they also, like... They put him in and as a way to be like, oh, he's been here the whole time. You know how those X-Men, like, you know how the Manor blew up and some people mysteriously got out of there and we don't know how? Forget-Me-Not.
All right, nice. Way to work in a Deus Ex Machina there.
Yeah, he is the Deus Ex Machina. And he's always in the background. We just forget about him. Like, I think I was reading, Professor X had to put a mental lock on him. So, like, when Professor X looks at him, he would instantly remember everything.
Oh.
So he's one of the few people who would not forget about him.
Okay. That makes... Yeah, I can see how he would need to do that, especially considering, he's supposed to be, like, the head of the X-Men, so... Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, who is this? And I, when making this, I told you there was a person who is just straight up in tighty whities.
He sure is, and it's not Captain Underpants.
Nope.
Why is he wielding ketchup and mustard and wearing a pickle? Is this Condiment Man?
This is actually Condiment Man.
Is that really his name?
It's pretty close. This is, so before we go on, hero or villain?
Villain.
Okay. And DC or Marvel?
I want to say DC.
Okay. And What can he do?
Apparently shoot condiments.
This is the Condiment King. He does indeed come from DC Comics. His name is Michael Mayo. He's um yeah, he's kind of a joke villain. Um
Uh-huh.
he indeed can shoot mustard and ketchup at you and other condiment assorted weaponry. And he's mostly a bank robber.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. And he was actually introduced in the Batman animated series.
Mm.
So everyone thinks Batman's like a super dark, serious character, and then he introduced this character.
Batman animated is like the true Batman.
Yes, correct. So it's kind of a running joke in the fans, and they've shown it in a couple animated series. I believe Young Justice. It was like, yeah, Beast Boy is covered in red after a mission. Somebody goes over to him, and is like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" It's
Yeah,
ketchup.
it's just ketchup.
It's ketchup. I got attacked by Condiment King. So it's kind of a running joke. It's like, it's either like, if a hero got beat up by Condiment King, they're at a super low point, or it's one of those things where no one wants to admit that they got mugged by Condiment King. They will rather just say, "I got shot. Don't worry about it. I'm going to do my laundry."
Did you get beaten by Condiment King? No, I am suffering grievous injury right now. Go away.
Exactly, because I mean, it's a guy who shoots ketchup and mustard. Are you going to admit that you got mugged by that?
No.
All right. Who is this?
I didn't know there was a dog superhero outside of like Superdog.
And I thought about including Crypto, but I didn't get around to that.
This is a space puppy.
Uh-huh. And what is Space Puppy's name?
Cosmo.
Okay, sure. This is Cosmo, the Space Puppy. What can the Space Puppy do?
Apparently survive in space. I don't think Space Puppy needs oxygen.
Sure. Okay. Space Puppy can breathe space. Is Space Puppy a good guy or a bad guy?
All dogs are good guys. I don't care if they're evil.
Okay, fair enough. DC or Marvel?
This is just off the wall enough. I feel like it comes from DC.
This is actually Marvel. You were right.
Oh.
This is Cosmo the Space Dog. Cosmo is a cosmonaut. This is actually one of the first space dogs.
I love Cosmo.
Yeah, because you know that the Russians actually did send dogs to space, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I did know that.
This is one of the first space dogs. Cosmo was actually lost in space, and then developed psychic abilities.
Huh.
And is part of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Huh. All right.
And in the comics, he is the the head of security for Nowhere. Do you remember what Nowhere is?
No.
Okay. It was in Guardians 2. I think it's been a while. You know the giant like head planet that they fly to?
Oh yeah, that's Nowhere.
That is Nowhere.
Okay.
And Cosmo is actually in the MCU right now if you watch the Christmas special.
Oh.
And they just turned Cosmo into a girl dog instead of a boy dog, which, sure. Still psychic power, still Russian. Still part of the Guardians.
Nice.
Who is this? this is another reason why I wish I had your face.
Oh.
Like
Well,
I
I mean,
said,
it's not Shark Boy, but
yeah, some of these I was just like, what are some of the weird characters? Okay, and this list is
Ah.
put in no particular order for anyone who's watching.
um, I'm gonna call him Sharky.
Sharky, okay, it is Sharky DC or Marvel?
Ah, shoot. Deadpool's DC, right?
No,
No, Marvel, because Deadpool and Spider-Man.
correct.
So he's Marvel.
Okay, okay, and is Sharky a good guy or a bad guy?
I think he's a good guy.
Okay, sure, sure. And what can Sharky do?
Walk on land, apparently.
Okay, this is Jeff the Land Shark. He can indeed walk on land.
Jeff!
And is part of Marvel Comics. This is when I realized, oh, I should highlight and actually make it more readable. Yes, Jeff is just a baby land shark. Is mostly a good guy. Sure, I guess you could call him a good guy. It's a land shark. There are a bunch of land sharks. Was originally found by Gwenpool, not Spider-Gwen. Gwenpool, who is a fan of comics who actually hopped into comics and became her own character. So kind of like Gwen Stacy, but with Deadpool, but her own continuity.
Okay, interesting.
And there was this huge attack of land sharks, found this little baby one, adopted it as a pet, and then before her comic got canceled for a time, was like, hey, Deadpool, you take care of him. He'll be in good hands for you. So now this is Deadpool's pet.
Fantastic. I love that. They would name him Jeff.
Yeah. Well, Gwen actually named him. No, someone named him. I want to say Gwen named him after her cat. I was looking it up before. It was something like that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Who is this?
Um, this cat is part of the Green Lanterns.
Sure. Okay, this is a Green Lantern cat. What is the cat's name? What would you call this cat?
I would call him Good Boy.
Okay. Good Boy, part of the Green Lantern.
Tail. I love it.
Yeah.
But so yeah, this is DC. He is probably a hero, but
Okay.
all cats are two sides. So
Okay. Sure.
he can fly and talk, and is just generally a good boy.
Okay. And what did you say his name was?
Good boy.
Good Boy. Okay, this is Good Boy, the cat, who's part of the Green Lanterns, and can fly and talk, and is part of DC. Okay.
He's probably a Red Lantern or something, but either way, Lantern.
This is Dexter. Original name was Dexter. Is actually a villain because yes, he is part of the Red Lanterns. And is actually probably has one of the most tragic backstories, and is probably one of the most feared beings in DC.
Eesh.
Yeah, he was an Earth cat and now has the Red Ring of Rage. His backstory gets super heavy, and I'm prepping myself.
This poor kitty.
Yes, very very much so.
Is he avenging his owners?
We'll get there. We'll get there. So
Okay.
he was adopted by someone, like was from a shelter, and had a happy loving life until some people broke into the house and killed the owner.
Mm.
And then those people, like, the cat tried to defend the owner. People tossed him outside. And I think he ended up in the river.
No.
He climbed out. Took him like a day to come back. Um, the house was shut, police taped, and the police, not knowing that it was the owner's cat, threw the cat back outside. Um, and then I think found the people again. Sorry, it was like, it was a lot. I actually read the comic originally,
Oh.
and it was a lot. um, yeah, I think they beat up the cat, and then the cat,
No.
like in an alley, super, like hurt, scared. It was just like, I hate humans. Humans bad. And then that's when the Red Ring found him.
I hate this. This makes me too sad.
Yeah. And then once he got a hold of the Red Ring, tracked down those people again, killed them. And then that's why this quote is here. Like afterwards, crawled up next to his owner and said, "I find who hurt you. I kill. I good kitty."
He is a good kitty.
Yes. Yeah.
We
Like I
would
said,
call him a good boy.
probably like one of the most tragic backstories. Cause fuck.
It's so sad.
Yeah. But
I,
he is now like the second and like the right hand to the leader of the Red Lanterns.
I don't care. Still a good kitty.
Well, I'm saying like that the dude who is in charge of the Lanterns is like, no one harms my cat. This
Yes.
I respect this thing more than anyone else. Kind of thing.
As you should.
But yeah,
Respect the kitty.
yeah. But yeah, he hates people and is like one of the most feared lanterns because the Red Ring is fueled by hatred.
You know what? Fair enough.
Who is this? Yeah, I feel like after this one, I had to throw in a fucking weird one to help us out.
Sorry, does that sign say Surfer Boy
Where?
up top?
Top.
Top left above. Let me take you away.
I think that's supposed to say Superboy.
Oh, okay. Peeping Tom's Perpetual Cabaret, Guns Are Us. That. Who in the hell?
This one is meant to trip you up and make you not think about the cat.
Mission success. Cat, what cat? Are those worms around the lanterns? No, they're garlands. They look like worms.
Oh.
Okay. Name. Who is this?
Who is this indeed?
I'm going to call him Charlie.
Charlie. Okay, this is Charlie. And is Charlie DC or Marvel?
I want to say Marvel.
Okay, this is Charlie from Marvel. And what can Charlie do?
I think Charlie can teleport into different universes.
Okay. And is Charlie a good guy or a bad guy?
I think he's morally gray.
Okay, morally gray. Okay. I should have been writing down scores for you, but this is
the answer is bad.
this is Danny Street. The whole street is this character.
What?
Yes. Danny Street is a hero. Goes by they, them, and is a teleporting queer sentient street.
Okay. Good for them.
Yeah, this one was like, oh, we're gonna have this is out of pocket. I'm gonna pull it from it because this is fun. So you got the teleporting right. So that would have been a point.
Score for me. I got everything else wrong.
Yeah, Danny is a sentient street who acts like a safe haven for anyone who's considered strange or an outcast, mostly um, queer, outcasted people.
Okay, yeah.
And is actually was part of the Doom Patrol, which is where Beast Boy comes from originally,
Oh.
and is a TV series on HBO, which I highly recommend.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. Um, more about yeah, the Doom Patrol is like a weird group of heroes who fight a lot of the strange. And that
Okay.
is actually where Brendan Fraser started acting again.
Oh.
He is one of the main characters.
Ah. Okay.
And Danny Street actually shows up in the first two seasons. I haven't watched season 3 yet. So they are a reoccurring character.
Yes.
And
Excellent.
and
Good for them.
it's a town. So like the Let Me Take You Away and Superboy, that's
Uh.
actually like Danny Street communicating to Superboy, who is the person in the top picture.
Ah. Okay.
So like he can communicate, or Danny can communicate through the signs that are all around the street.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, this one was just like, yeah, here's a fucking weird character, but they're fun.
That is so fun. I love them immediately.
Yes. Who is this?
Oh shit, that's Ghost Rider.
Okay. And is Ghost Rider a hero
Uh,
or a villain?
oh, he's a villain.
Is a villain. Okay.
Actually, I think he's considered a hero, but everyone else would call him a villain. He's definitely more along the lines of like Deadpool.
Okay.
Uh,
Do you want another word for that?
Anti-hero.
There you go. See,
I
you know
got
some
it.
things. And
I know English some days.
Marvel or DC?
Um, shoot, I think he's Marvel.
Okay. And what can they do? I was like, what's the last question?
um, well, he turns from a normal person into a flaming skull that rides a bike and chases after people.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. So this Ghost Rider, you were correct. Marvel Comics is Johnny Blaze. Hero. I didn't want to subcategorize into like anti-hero or anything like that.
Yeah.
Uh, so this version of Ghost Rider, because there are multiple versions, is a
Mm-hmm.
stuntman who sold his soul to the devil to save his dad,
Oh.
and now goes around fighting evil while consumed by hellfire. One of his abilities is called the Penance Stare, which he will like stare at you, lock eyes, and will burn your soul from the inside out, as like if you are consumed with sin. So
Hmm.
he will make you feel all of the same sin and pain and all of that you have caused upon others.
Wicked. Talk about. Oh no, the consequences of your actions.
Yeah, yeah. So he goes around hunting people, and yeah,
Nice.
and sometimes has to work for the devil, but then also tries to fight the devil.
Same.
Okay, I forgot I put him on here. Who was this?
Oh dear lord. Someone with way too many muscles. Sorry. Um.
Sure. I mean, that's all older comic art and current
That is all
current
older comic art. Yeah.
yeah, and some
Um.
current comic art.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I get Captain America vibes from him, but I know he's not Captain America. So
Okay. Captain America vibes. What else you feeling?
feel like he's part of the Fantastic Four.
Okay, part of the Fantastic Four. Okay. What would his name be?
I don't remember their names.
Give him a random
This
name.
Kenny.
This is Kenny of the Fantastic Four. And what can he do?
I think he has super strength and can fly.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna clip that because that's a funny answer.
Oh no.
Um, I'm gonna
That
clip
tells
that
me
because
I
that's
am
a funny
very
answer.
off. Oh no.
Okay,
This
this
is just
is
stressing me
Booster
out.
Gold.
Oh.
Um, DC Comics, so not the Fantastic Four. I apologize. Um,
Okay.
is it, his real name is Michael John Carter. He's a hero. He is from the future, the 25th century, more specifically. And
Okay.
um, he he was a person who grew up in the 25th century, so heroes and stuff like their heyday is over.
Uh-huh.
And but he idolized that and like kind of had a crappy life.
Oh, poor
Well,
bud.
yeah, was like did a little bit of thieving and whatnot. Tried to go straight, and he worked in a superhero museum. Well, it turns out in the museum were actual superhero artifacts.
Huh.
And hey, you had a thief working at a museum with actual hero artifacts who idolizes superheroes. Hmm. Oh, one of those things lets him travel back in time.
Oh boy.
So let me cobble together a bunch of things from past superheroes. I'm gonna travel back in time and become my own superhero, known as Booster Gold. Mostly,
Oh goodness.
mostly just so he can become famous.
You know,
And
yeah.
um, yeah, he start and like it says here, started off totally self-absorbed, just like, hey, look at me, I'm a hero, I'm doing a good job, and then like slowly over time, actually became a proper hero.
Good for him.
And he does have super strength. The ring here is part of the. I'm gonna say that's the Legion of Superheroes, which gives anyone with the ring the ability to fly.
Oh,
So you got something there.
so he
And
can fly.
there is something else that he has on him that gives him almost invulnerability,
Is
and
it the
actually
goggles?
has like a floaty AI system with him.
It's the goggles.
No, he actually has like a little floaty robot,
Oh,
like a robot sidekick.
cool.
Yeah. Uh,
I want a robot sidekick.
right. He had a episode of dedicated to him in the Justice League cartoon. There was a whole episode with him, and it was like, oh, this character is actually kind of fun.
Huh. Interesting.
So yeah, that's a little bit about Booster Gold. I am, I will say, I am sad. There was going to be a current on-screen adaptation with him in
Uh huh.
a in live action. Um, he was going to be in the Legends of Tomorrow series.
Oh, that one.
Yes, and the person who played him was play like the season ended, and then
Mm.
the character showed up as an after credit scene, and then the season didn't get renewed.
Oh,
Yeah,
rude.
yeah. But the person who played him, have you ever watched Scrubs?
Yes.
Uh, the Black Friend.
Really?
Yes,
Awesome.
that was going to be him, and everyone was just like, "Oh my god, yes, he is perfect for Booster Gold."
I
And then
love
they
that.
and then they discontinued the show, and I'm pissed
Of course.
because he would have been amazing. He would have killed it.
You would have. Oh.
Okay, I forgot about this one. Who was this character?
Um. Good lord, I have no idea. I am calling him I need a suitably fantasy name. Hold on.
Okay. Suitable fantasy name.
Everything coming up in my brain is Lord of the Rings, so you know what? He's Boromir now.
Okay, this is Boromir. this this is getting clipped for sure. This is Boromir. Is Boromir a good guy or a bad guy?
Oh, he's totally a villain. Look at the red. Look at the
Okay.
spikes.
Okay. And what can
He has
Boromir do?
be fucking awesome. I think he.
Besides take a bunch of arrows to the chest.
I'm
I'm sorry, I had to.
so sorry.
I had to.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Shit. You know what? I think he's a vampire and he can live forever.
Okay. You're not completely wrong. He is a vampire.
It's Dracula.
Yep. Yep. This is Dracula. He comes from Marvel. Identity, Vlad Dracula.
Oh.
Yes, that Dracula. This is the more modern take of Marvel's Dracula. Older versions were just like, oh yeah, that's clearly a dude in a Dracula costume, but Dracula. I wanted to find one that wasn't like, oh, okay.
This is a kick-ass design. Like, kudos to the
Right?
person who designed this.
So, and one of the fun things, I threw him in here for funsies because I was like, oh, you won't get this one. Oh my god, Dracula actually exists in comics.
This doesn't surprise me as much as it probably should.
Right. But yeah, one of the fun things that fans go with, and I wish they would make this canon, is fans are like constantly just like, oh, Dracula's running away from Moon Knight because he owes Moon Knight $10 and Dracula will not pay up. Do we know why Dracula owes Moon Knight $10? No, because they both forgot. But he knows he owes him $10.
He
So
wanted a smoothie.
So if you go online and like Moon Knight $10 Dracula, you will see a bunch of clips, a bunch of like comic panels that people just redubbed over. I'm gonna actually look for one. Moon Knight Dracula images. Yeah, here's one of my favorite ones. Image in new tab. Does that show up?
No. I'm still on Dracula's screen.
Oh, okay. There it goes. Switched over on the stream.
Didn't switch on my side.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I'll read it out to you. It's just a picture of Moon Knight walking down, or he's in a church. I know you're here, Dracula, you big fucking nerd. Where's my goddamn money?
I'm gonna call Dracula a big fucking nerd forever.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite ones. And it's just constant shit like that. It's just like, Moon Knight's walking down. Dracula, where's my goddamn money, you fucking son of a bitch?
Oh right. My god.
Okay, who is this one?
That's Flash.
Okay, this is the Flash. What can the Flash do?
Run super fast.
Okay,
he's from DC and he's a hero.
Okay. This is actually the reverse Flash.
Oh, so it's the villain version.
Yes. He's actually considered the main enemy of the Flash, Barry Allen specifically. Another future character who idolized Barry Allen's works went back in time, like after he recreated the accident that gave Barry the Speed Force. So he gave himself the Speed Force, went back in time to hang around Barry, but then caused some accidents. Barry was just like, dude, like, calm your shit. and then was just like, I can't believe my hero actually just told me that. Fuck you. I'm going to ruin your life. And like actually was just like was some of the inciting incidences in early Barry Allen Flash's history, like the death of uh, his mother, was actually caused by this guy.
Oh no.
Yeah. Thought it was a complete accident? No, it's Reverse Flash. Okay, who's this?
Is that okay? Wait, that's the actual Flash.
This is the actual Flash. Okay.
Because his lightning bolt is the correct way.
Oh yeah, look at
Ha ha! I can context clues.
that. Mostly this one, I wanted just because their color scheme is the same.
Yeah.
But no, this is Kid Flash.
Ah.
What is Wally West? Is the sidekick of the Flash,
They would
and
call him Kid Flash.
was is like the nephew of his wife, of Barry's wife, Iris.
Oh.
And while visiting, Iris to a went to the forensics, and just so happened that there was a thunderstorm that struck a bunch of chemicals, spilled onto him, just like it did Barry, giving him also the Speed Force.
All right. Okay. Okay.
And then for a short time, or for a good while, he actually became the Flash because
Oh.
Barry Allen. There was a big crossover event called Crisis on Infinite Earths. People just call it Crisis, which was the it was when DC did their first big universe restart, because there was like hundreds of like offshoots and multiple worlds, and no one could keep things straight. So they came up with a big event where it's like, okay, let's take all of these, make it one universe. Shit's gonna happen. There's one big multi-universal ending threat. So you have like every 50 versions of Superman, 10 versions of the Flash, all working together to try and stop this threat. During so, the I can't remember exactly what happened, but there's this very very famous comic panel where, in order to stop part of the threat, Barry Allen, the original Flash, had to run so fast that he basically melted. But
Oh, Jesus.
that was him, like, running so fast that he actually ended up merging his essence with the Speed Force. And
Jesus.
then Kid Flash, Wally West took over. So from like the 90s until like 10, no, that would have been like 70s, 80s, up
Jeez.
until like about 10 years ago, Wally West was the Flash.
Wow. That's
but,
wow.
yeah. But then Barry Allen came back. The Speed Force just burped him back up.
Okay, I guess. Sure. Why
Because
not?
comics. Because of all the Justice League restarts and all of that, were just like, hey, what if we had Barry back as the main Flash? Okay.
Hey, what if? Would that be fucked up or what?
Yeah, so all of the new stuff with Flash, it really should be it should be Wally West, but it's Barry Allen because he's got name credibility, I guess. Even though a lot of the stuff is Wally. Wally's a better, more likable Flash, in my opinion. But, comics are weird. Oh yeah, forgot about this one. Who is this?
Uh, That's a great question.
That is a great question.
Um,
Um,
this is Tree Man.
this is Tree Man. Okay. And what can Tree Man do?
He speaks for the trees.
He speaks for the trees. Okay. And is Tree Man a good guy or a bad guy?
Look at that face. He's a good guy. He's from
Oh,
DC.
okay. You're not wrong.
Swamp Thing.
This this is Swamp Thing. From DC. You know what? We'll clip that. That might be a thing. Who knows? Yeah. So this is Alec Holland. I'm not exactly sure how to say that. My brain gets a little stupid sometimes. But is a DC hero. How he came to be while working in a secret lab in the Louisiana swamps. He created a formula that would help create the food shortages around the world. But then some bad people set up a bomb. It blew up.
Of course.
And the explosion killed the person who was working on it. But then his body was actually soaked in the formula he was working on, and that soaked into the plants that were in the swamp. And then his consciousness fused with the chemicals and the plants, creating Swamp Thing, who is the avatar of the green, which he basically has the power to talk to all of nature. So similar to Poison Ivy, but on a grander scale.
I was right. He does talk for the trees.
Yes. Now, who is this? Oh, wait. Another fun thing with this one. So the green color, the colorful bright one, right?
Yes.
That is actually from the Harley Quinn cartoon series, which again you should watch. Highly recommend.
I should. Yeah.
What's fun about that is this. Okay, so you know how the Joker is actually voiced by Alan Tudyk. Okay, so this character, Swamp Thing, that's Mark Hamill.
Are you? Yes. Yes. Excellent.
So I was like, wait, I have to go back and talk about that a little bit. All right, now who is this?
Oh.
I put these two together for a reason.
This is the creature from Black Lagoon.
Okay, this is the creature from Black Lagoon, and what can the creature from the Black Lagoon do?
That's great. I don't actually. Sorry, thinking about the Black Lagoon, I'm like, did I ever actually read that? Do I know what that does? No.
That's a fair point. Okay, unknown set of powers. Okay, and is the creature a good guy or a bad guy?
Bad guy.
Bad guy, and Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Okay, the creature from the Black Lagoon is Marvel. Is a villain, but with an unknown set of powers. This is Man Thing.
Are you fucking serious?
Yep. So we have Swamp Thing and Man Thing.
I would be from Florida.
Yep. Okay. So is Marvel.
This is just Florida, man.
This is Marvel. His name is Ted Silas. People most notably know Man Thing as whoever knows fear burns at the Man Thing's touch. Which means when you see him, if you have the presence of any fear and he touches you, you burn.
That's so fucked up.
He has no control over it.
I'm so sorry, sir.
Yeah. Um, so similar kind of thing. Um, he was a scientist. Lots of scientists. Was working um, for. I was reading a big long thing and just kind of chopped it up. Anyway, excuse me. Gatorade's giving me burpees. While working on an updated super soldier serum, um, he some people broke into his lab in the Florida Everglades and burned it, or yeah, set his lab on fire. While trying to escape, he crashed his car. And the similar thing, the serum mixed with him and the mystical swamp that he was driving in. He was reborn as Man Thing. Unlike Swamp Thing, he does not have power over the green and cannot talk to um, the plants. He is this giant mound of vegetation. He has some of his consciousness is there, but he's like slowly losing it. But and like everybody burns at the Man Thing's touch if you know fear. So he uses that mostly nowadays to protect the portals to the multiverse, which resides in the Florida swamps.
It would. That would be in Florida.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yep.
Florida.
Yep. That is canon in Marvel.
What? Florida. Just Florida.
Yep. Fun fact. This character is actually in the Werewolf by Night mini movie that was on Disney Plus. Again, highly recommend it.
Okay. I'll put it on the list.
Yep. So you get to see this in live action, and it was like mostly practical effects.
Oh shit! I love it when they use practical effects. That'd be so cool.
Yeah. I will try and find a picture of it and send it to you later. Yeah. But yeah, it's Werewolf by Night. It's shot in black and white and filmed like a traditional horror movie.
And that's cool.
Was released near Halloween. So it was like the Halloween special, but it was super great, super well done. A little dark, but still fun. Horror movie.
Okay.
Who this bitch?
I'm wrong, but that's Ace Ventura now.
Oh. Okay. Okay, this is Ace Ventura.
I feel like you just took psychic damage.
Yes, this is Ace Ventura. What can Ace Ventura do?
Some sort of magic shit with cards, apparently.
Okay, magic shit with cards. And is Ace Ventura a good guy or a bad guy?
I'm gonna say a villain, because his eyes are very red in that picture.
Okay. Ace Ventura is a villain, has magic cards, and is he DC or Marvel?
I want to say DC.
DC, okay. This is Gambit. He's from
Oh,
Marvel.
No, I knew this guy. Ah, shit.
That's why I died inside.
No, I couldn't get the
Oh, that's getting clipped for sure. Real name, Remy LeBeau. He's an X-Men.
Yep.
He's a former member of the Thieves Guild. Group of thieves actually called the Thieves Guild. Before joining the X-Men. His mutant power is to turn anything he touches take its potential energy and instantly turn it into kinetic energy.
So yeah, magic shit with cards.
Yeah, kind of. Or anything. He just favors cards because he's a con man.
I mean, in a pack of cards, it's really easy to just stuff in your pocket. No one questions why it's there.
Yeah. And what's more terrifying was some scientist I'll find the clip on YouTube and send it to you. Um,
Hmm.
because of Gambit's ability, we're just like, oh, let's have fun, make nerd stuff sciencey. Um, can you guess the? Can you tell me the? Can you guess the amount of potential energy that a single playing card has?
Oh God, literally so much.
Each one's the equivalent of a hand grenade.
Yep, yeah, yeah.
Which
That would do it.
that's not terrifying at all.
Oh. I mean, literally, if you throw a playing card hard enough, you can get it to stick in a wall.
Yeah.
So
Yep. So, oops, going
that
back.
card stock be out for
Yep.
blood.
So yeah, little hint there. Can you see my mouse?
Oh, the
Yeah,
X
the
Man.
X. So this picture I thought would just be for funsies. I figured this
Mm.
one would have given it away. But this one was a kind of a one shot, one off
Mm.
um, storyline, which they do every couple of years, called the Hellfire Gala,
Interesting.
which is basically all of the X-Men and a few superhero friends participate in the Met Gala.
Oh, that's cool.
And this was Gambit's outfit.
You know what? He's rocking it.
Be-
Vibes.
because, of course, the man slut of X-Men would.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You gotta play into it.
Yeah. And it was like, it's also kind of a rockin' outfit.
It is a rocking outfit. Look, I'm all for leather jackets.
Yep. Okay, who this bitch?
Oh, oh shit. What's Rogue?
Okay, this is Rogue. What can Rogue do?
She when she touches you, she kills you. Is that it? Is that how they say it?
Okay, she touches people and they instantly die. Is
It's
Rogue
not instant. It's just painful.
okay? She touches people and they slowly die.
Yes, there we go.
Okay,
She's an X-Men.
she's an X-Men, and so does that make her a good guy or a bad guy?
She's a good guy.
Okay,
Wants to be a good guy. Anyway, she tries. She
okay.
also is one of the only characters who doesn't want her powers.
That we've seen in media, yes.
Okay, yes.
Oh, speaking of fun fact, Remy here,
Mm,
Mr. Gambit.
mm.
Uh, I meant to put this on the notes and forgot. But, what's Spider-Man's thing? What's Spider-Man saying?
I'm just your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Something about power.
Oh, with great power comes great responsibility.
Okay, yes. With Gambit, he took that and was like, "Oh, okay, Spider-Man." Gambit's Cajun. I was trying to do an accent and it fucked up. So it's like, okay, with great power comes great responsibility. I don't want responsibility, so I'm gonna have less power.
You know what? Solid.
Yeah, he actually got a lobotomy to nerf his power,
Damn.
and
Damn.
is still one of like the top tier X-Men.
I. Wow.
Yeah, comics get crazy.
How
It's like,
powerful would he have been then if he hadn't gotten the lobotomy? Like, Jesus, my dude.
so there's a comic book creator on TikTok that I follow. Comic content creator that I follow on TikTok.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't actually make comics, but yeah. Came to the conclusion, or came to the realization that maybe the past 10 years we've actually been seeing Gambit at full power. Because with the X-Men right now, they kind of magic themselves onto the moon and have a thing where it's like, oh, if you die, this one X-Men has the ability to resurrect you with a new body.
Oh.
When Gambit died, like, he blew the person up who killed him and was like, hey, Cher, I don't think you put me back right. Because he just wanted to, like, little explosion, but big explosion.
Uh-oh.
it hasn't specifically been stated, but people have gone back and looked at that and was like, did that undo the lobotomy? And he just doesn't know?
Oh,
Yeah. So,
oh no.
yeah, comics be weird. And, like, I would love to see a good live action Gambit. Because we got to.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. So, out of curiosity, out of these three, which one do you recognize? Which one is your
I
rogue?
actually I recognize 1 and 3.
This one?
Yeah, I recognize her, and then I recognize the last one from the live actions.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. This one is my first instance with Rogue, too. Um, most people kind of disregard this one.
Really?
Yes, because her portrayal was not that great. And they also
Fair
just
enough.
kind of did write Rogue to be Rogue proper. But, okay, this is Rogue. Uh, Anne Marie, or Anne LeBeau.
Oh.
LeBeau.
Oh.
They are a couple. They are married.
Ah!
She is the daughter of Mystique, married to Gambit, um, and are probably like the two most popular X-Men.
Oh.
Like if you ask anyone, like who's your favorite X-Men, most people are like, besides Gambit or Rogue, or the third most popular would be Logan, which yeah, fair. But yeah, they're a couple. They are married. Um, in comics, as well as in the real world, uh, people refer to them as Mr. and Mrs. X-Men,
That's awesome.
which kind of pisses Scott off, who is Cyclops. Laser beams.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Because most people who don't know comics think of Cyclops and Jean as the face of the X-Men,
Yeah.
but to the rest of the world and in the comics, it's these two. So she doesn't kill people. Well, kinda. When she makes physical skin to skin contact, she steals the powers, leeches the powers or abilities of anyone she touches.
Okay.
Which, in one of her early um, appearances, the X Men had she had a confrontation. I don't know if it was the whole X Men or just her, but had a confrontation with Captain Marvel. Do you know who that is?
Yes, I know who Captain Marvel is.
Okay, yeah. And in that confrontation, made skin to skin contact with Carol,
Uh-huh.
putting her into a coma for a good long while. Doing so, because she held on long enough, where it basically made Rogue's um, the leech permanent, so she can now fly and and she has super strength.
Damn.
But Carol got better.
She got better.
Just had to put that in there. It's like, okay, Rogue's a hero, but she touched a hero and put that hero into a coma for years. But she's a good guy, I promise.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Okay, who dis?
Uh,
Uh,
Professor X, but female?
okay, this is a female Professor X.
She looks kind of like Jean, actually, but
What can Professor X / Jean do?
read minds and be very organized.
Okay, she's an organized mind reader. So I'm guessing you're saying Marvel.
Yes.
Okay, and hero or villain?
Actually, I want to say villain.
Villain, interesting. Waiting
Yeah.
for.
Actually, I want to say villain.
Okay, there's that. And no, this is actually Oracle from DC.
Oh.
Oracle is Barbara Gordon. Do you recognize the last name?
Yeah, this is Inspector Gordon's daughter.
Daughter, correct.
Yeah.
She is a hero. In this state, she was formerly Batgirl.
Okay.
Uh, but during a very famous comic art or comic arc,
Yeah.
which a little problematic. Don't watch the animated one because that's garbage.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, called The Killing Joke. Um, um, Joker broke into her apartment and shot her in the spine, crippling her.
Ugh.
And that was all an attempt to get to Commissioner Gordon. Um, so I'll go for funsies. I'll give you a quick overview of The Killing Joke.
Uh-huh.
So, Joker decided it would be fun to try and break one of Batman's closest allies. How would you do that? By giving him. Okay. Joker has the idea in this storyline that becoming a villain just takes one really bad day.
You know what? That's right. That's true, actually.
So he was trying to give Gordon one bad day. Kidnapped Gordon, tortured him, showed pictures of him torturing his daughter, and all in an attempt to break Batman's closest ally and turn him against Batman.
Oof.
So if you ever see like a picture of Joker in like a Hawaiian shirt and a camera, that is
Is that what that's from?
correct.
Oh. Oof.
Yeah. So Barbara is probably the smartest member of the Bat family. And as Oracle, she acts as the city's like eyes and ears for Batman or any of the other Bat family.
Okay.
Like,
Interesting.
sits in the tower, gives them like monitors the streets and everything.
Yeah, she's their eyes and ears. Like, yeah, I get it.
Okay. Now, who is this?
Is this the Green Lantern, but he fucked up with Dracula?
Sure, this is Green Lantern who got bit by Dracula. and and tell me about the Green Lantern who got bit by Dracula.
Well, I mean, he has something going on with blood here.
Okay.
Or it's ketchup and he got into a fight with Condiment King.
Yep. Okay. Totally.
Anyway, I think this is a villain.
Okay.
They don't normally give the heroes fangs like that.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll have to track down some heroes with fangs.
Villain.
Okay.
They don't normally give the heroes fangs like that.
Okay. And that's fair. I'll have to track down some. That's clipped. Okay. This is Vampire Nightwing.
Oh.
This one I just.
A vampire?
And one specific comic arc, which is running currently, which I want to pick up physically.
Okay.
So, Vampire Nightwing, I've mostly threw this one there for shits and giggles. Dick Grayson, he is now a villain.
Fun.
Is actually the king of vampires in the story arc of DC Vampires.
Huh.
And yeah, that storyline is vampires have been hidden around in hiding across the world. They are out in full force attacking people now. Heroes and everyone else, let's get together and try and defeat them. And then, oops, spoilers. But
Uh,
oh, Nightwing, we thought you were on our side this whole time. No, I'm actually the Lord of the Vampires right now.
Jesus. Great.
Yeah, yeah, comic get fun and weird. But also, this I thought this was just cool art.
That is very cool art.
Yeah,
And I can see the like Nightwing mask now that you mention it, but I was so like thrown off and I was just like, what?
yeah, no, that's fair. Like I said, I threw this in there for shits and giggles and just to try and throw you off. But I could see a Green Lantern mask. That's kind of similar. Okay, moving on. Who is this?
A version of Thor.
Okay, this is a version of Thor. Does this
He's
version of...
definitely holding Mjolnir.
Okay, that's totally Mjolnir. Okay. And, same powers?
Yes.
Same powers as Thor. Okay. With Mjolnir. So, hero or villain?
I'm gonna say he's a hero.
Okay. This is a alternate version of Thor from Marvel Comics.
I'm gonna be wrong.
Of Thor from Marvel. Okay. You are indeed wrong. This is Steel from DC Comics. He is actually an alternate version of Superman.
Okay. I think they looked at Thor and went, I want one of those.
We'll get into a little bit about him after.
Okay. I think they looked at Thor and went, I want one of those.
After I make a clip. A little bit about him.
Okay.
Yeah. So, John Harry Irons is Steel. This is actually a super suit. Like, it's supposed to be like living iron kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
His first appearance was shortly after the death of Superman. And there was like a whole thing, power struggle of like, okay, who's going to be the next Superman? And so this guy created a super suit to mimic Superman's powers. And fun fact, was played by Shaq in '97 with the movie Steel.
All right.
This is actually a black man, and the hammer is meant to represent a local folk hero,
Okay.
like a real life character.
Cool.
Who I should have wrote a little bit about that. I forgot to. That's on me. I apologize, internet. But yeah,
Makes me think of the song Big John.
Yeah. But yeah, maybe. But yeah, he was supposed to, like, trying to fill the power vacuum of Superman. I believe we actually do own the first comic.
Oh.
Or his first individual comic. So that's fun. Oh god, I forgot about this one.
What in the sweet holy hell happened to this man?
Problems.
This is like fucking metamorphosis gone wrong.
Sure.
What is that, the Fly?
I
mean,
yes.
he's not the Fly, but it reminds me of like the shit that happens in the Fly.
Sure. So tell me about this. This metamorphosis gone wrong.
Someone had a field day in the lab, by which I mean they had a very bad day.
Okay.
And got spliced with a whole bunch of different genes.
Mm-hmm. So he's gene spliced.
And or things.
And what would you call this gene spliced person?
I mean, personally, I think his name is Tom. I have
Tom.
no idea what
Okay.
his, like, I think I want to say he's a villain because I feel like this happened to him by accident.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tom, the villain, who's gene spliced by a bunch of things. Now, DC or Marvel?
DC.
DC, okay. This is Animal, Vegetable, Mineral Man.
Are you fuck?
I kid you not.
These names are so unique, guys.
Yes. So, as you can see, he is part animal, part vegetable, part mineral, and part man.
Oh my god.
Um,
Just oh my god.
yeah, he is indeed from DC. Again, like, this is another one of like, yeah, DC is super dark and serious. You sure? You sure?
Are you sure about that?
So his powers are listed as like chimera shapeshifting abilities.
Yeah.
So he can turn his body into shapeshift a lot of his body into plant, an animal, any type of mineral, and such and such. He's considered a major villain of the Doom Patrol, who he is fighting in this image.
Okay.
This is Robot. It's literally a robot. Elastigirl.
Mm-hmm.
And oh god, what's his name? Negative Man?
No. Wow.
Negative Man? I mean, I'm gonna feel bad if I get that wrong. Doom Patrol characters. Negative Man. It is Negative Man. Yeah. He is Animal, Vegetable, Mineral Man is Swedish, I want to say. I looked up a bunch of stuff and forgot to put it here, so all of it escapes me. I just know he was a major villain for the Doom Patrol in the comics. This one is from the live action series. He was just kind of a reoccurring joke accident character. Like he got into an accident, came back and was spliced with a dinosaur head, vegetable fingers, a tree arm, and stone.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, splicing. I was on the right vibe.
Yeah. I can tell you about the Doom Patrol if you want, since we're on this. I haven't had a slide of them yet.
Why would you call your robot robot? Just
Because he's a robot.
give him a name.
Well, he goes by robot.
Okay.
So
Fair. If
robot.
he chose to go by robot.
Yeah, robot is a robot. He is the one played by Brendan Fraser.
Mm-hmm.
He is actually a human brain put into a robot body because that was the only way to save it.
Okay, fair enough.
So people just like, oh, it's a robot. We'll call him Robot. He has a real
Man,
name.
that gives Homa vibes.
I forgot what his real name is because it's been a minute since I watched the show. I need to go back and watch that. Highly recommend it. Super fun, super funny. He was kind of a piece in the show. I haven't read the Doom Patrol comics, but in the show, he started off as like a piece of shit NASCAR driver equivalent. Got into a car crash, and the only way they could save him was by taking his brain and putting him into a robot body.
Okay.
Elastigirl here.
No relation to the Incredibles, I'm sure.
Correct. Was a 1950s actress who fell into some like infected swamp water.
It's always the swamp.
Yeah. Always super bad sciencey chemical things.
Oh, always.
And
like, don't go in swamps.
Made her skin in basically melty plastic.
Ugh.
But she had, after a while, she learned to gain control of it, and actually has stretchy powers like Elastigirl in The Incredibles.
I mean, there's only so many power options you can have when you have a name like Elastigirl.
Yeah. Negative Man over here, at the bottom.
He's like the Invisible Man, isn't he?
Kind of. So those are bandages,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like the Invisible Man. But his thing is, he was a test pilot, and while flying a test plane,
Mm-hmm.
got hit with a cosmic blast. Turns out that cosmic blast was actually a alien energy being,
Oh.
and they are now fused together.
Okay.
Uh, the but making it so he cannot survive in direct sunlight. Something about the UVs of our sun. So he has to wrap himself in bandages to cover himself up. He can send out the energy being out of his body, which has incredible superpowers, but it leaves his main body catatonic.
Great. That's a hell of a Nerf button.
Yep. But in exchange for superpowers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's two beings. So it's a negative energy being stuck in a human's body. Thus, Negative Man.
Okay.
Yeah. Comics get weird.
What?
And I've pulled up a bunch of the weird ones specifically for this.
Okay, I don't even know what's going on anymore.
But yeah, definitely watch Doom Patrol if you haven't. Super good. Okay, anyway, our next character. I forgot about this one. Who is this character?
I'm calling him Igor.
This is Igor. And is Igor good or bad?
He is a villain. He
Okay.
is from Marvel.
Okay. And what can Igor do?
Oh, wait, no. Wait, do I know this guy?
I don't know who you know.
No, fair enough. But is this the dude who's in fucking Deadpool?
No, you were thinking Cable.
Okay, cool. In which case, this is still Igor. He is still a villain. But he has a gun for an arm and steel legs, so
Sure.
he's very strong. In a science experiment, gun for an arm and steel legs, so
Sure.
he's very strong.
Okay. Pause was there for trying to get the points of the clipping. This is Deathlock. He's actually a hero. Character by Michael Collins. Deathlock is actually like a title.
Mm-hmm.
He was another scientist, because of course, who was working on AI systems for artificial limbs. And
Okay.
what he didn't know was that the company he was working for was actually wanted him to make those to make killing machines.
Great.
Had a problem with that, or found out that the program, like it was being sent off to some people who were trying to make killer robots.
Mm-hmm.
Went to basically his boss, and his boss killed him, and is actually the head of that program.
I'm blaming capitalism.
Yep. And his boss wanted to keep him around because, his work's super important. Put his brain into one of those machines.
Great.
And created a killer robot super soldier.
Great.
But after a short amount of time, he regained control over his body and is now a hero. And is trying to fight against those people.
Good for him.
And there are
That's so fucked up.
Yeah, 90s. This was
Jesus.
definitely a 90s edgelord character. Well, actually, I was looking it up. Was in the 70s, but regained popularity back in the 90s. But
Mm-hmm.
there have been like four different Deathlocks.
Yeah.
Okay, who this be?
Shark Man.
Sharkman. This is Sharkman. And what can Sharkman do?
He is a bipedal shark.
He's a bipedal shark. Okay. And what can? And is he a good guy or a bad guy?
I want to say he's a bad guy,
Bad guy.
and he's from DC.
DC. Okay. You would get a few points from this one if I was keeping
Hey,
track. This is King Shark.
I was not wrong.
He is DC. He is a villain. Uh, Na and Nanui, Nanoe is how you say that
Yeah.
because he is Hawaiian.
Mm-hmm.
He is a humanoid shark. It's kind of all there is to him. His father is the king of the sharks, of all sharks, and is thought of as the shark god. Often encounters the Flash, oddly enough, Aquaman, it makes sense, and Superboy, oddly enough.
I can see Aquaman. I can even see Superboy. But Flash?
Yeah, no, he uh, Flash interacts with him a lot, and a giant psychic gorilla a lot.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna stop questioning things. It's comics. I don't know.
Yep. King Shark is gaining popularity in current media right now. The picture on the left is actually from the Harley Quinn cartoon series.
I was gonna say I thought I recognized the art style.
Yep. And he's a great character in that. Um, and he was also in. God, I forgot. Suicide Patrol. Nope. Suicide Patrol?
Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad. There we go.
He was
We
in
were just
Suicide
talking.
Squad?
Yes, he was in the Suicide Squad, the second movie, the good one,
Oh, I
directed by
didn't watch
James
that
Gunn.
one. Okay.
Um, surprisingly, in that one, he was voiced by. No, I don't think he was actually voiced by Stallone, but the person who did that, who voiced him, wanted to give him a Stallone style voice.
Okay.
Like, he's kind of big, he's kind of goofy. Like, in current media, like, he's kind of played, big, goofy, kind of simple,
Yeah.
but can be terrifying.
I mean, yeah, it's a giant ass shark.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love sharks. Sharks are massively misunderstood and adorable,
True.
but terrifying.
True. Now, who this be?
But in the sweet. This is Cheetah Man.
Cheetah Man. Okay. And what can Cheetah Man do?
Run really fast like a cheetah and super strength.
Okay, super strength, super cheetah speed. DC or Marvel?
God, he's totally DC.
Okay. You would be right there.
I want to say he's a hero. Yeah.
Oh, forgot about that. That's my bad. This is another random character.
He flexes his muscles to alter reality.
Yes. This.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and people think DC is super serious. This.
What the fuck? This is some shit I'd see in a Homestuck, okay? What?
This. Oh, your reaction. Oh, I'm clipping this
shit
one
I'd
for
see
sure.
in a Homestuck, okay?
Oh, so many good clips from this. Okay. This is Flex Mentallo, the man of muscle mystery. And like we said, he flexes his muscles to alter reality. Kind of a goofy character, also part of the Doom Patrol. Kind of a reoccurring character. also in the TV series. Um, has the ability to certain muscles he flexes. Like it's a weird psychic physical character, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
So most people think psychic character, they're probably very weak. No, he was a like strongman and realized he had psychic potential. Um,
That would explain the outfit.
yeah, so like he can flex like certain muscles if he were to like bodybuilder pose kind of thing, like puff out his chest. He can create a picnic in the middle of a park. Thus, the flexing of altering reality. And the Doom Patrol um, had one of my. We'll talk about this comic panel here.
Yeah.
In the Doom Patrol show, they were actually, I think, tried to recreate something like this. Um, they were trying to get to the villain, who was played by Alan Tudyk. Another reason you should go
Okay.
watch that. Um, and because they're trying to find the person who saved all of their lives, because it was all one person.
Yeah.
And they realized that um, they're basically their version of Professor X was kept in the white space. The white space, as they say, is the spaces between the comic panels. The white space.
Okay. Well, I can see that.
So, in the show, they found Flex Mentello on Danny Street. And was like, okay, you are the man, the international man of muscle mystery. We need you to bring us to the white space. Okay. I'm okay, yeah, I can do that. I haven't really done anything with my powers in a while. Okay, let me try this. Everybody hold hands and I'll take you there.
Oh my god.
Flexes like a head muscle, like his eyebrow or something. Accidentally um, it gets everyone on the street off. Yes. I will send you the clip afterwards. It is amazing.
Oh no. Oh, that
Because
would be mortifying.
he's out of practice. He can't remember how to use his powers. Flex the muscle that was supposed to be next to the one he was flexing. Oopsie.
Oh my god.
But then realizes, okay, I messed up. Okay, let me flex this other muscle. Okay, we're all in the white space now.
Everyone can have one orgasm as a treat.
Yep. All at the same time. And a very intense one. In public.
I would simply rather die, thank you.
Yep.
Oh no.
Okay. Next one. Who this be?
Oh fuck. She looks like a Batman character.
Okay.
Uh This isn't some souped up version of Catgirl, is it?
No.
Catwoman?
No.
I like her mask.
It's a good mask.
I'm gonna say she's some variation. Well, no, 'cause she doesn't have the bat. It's. I'm going to call her Artemis.
Artemis. Okay.
She is a villain from DC, and I think she just kind of does the same thing that Batman does. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Fun fact: Artemis is a DC character.
Really?
Yes. but not this DC character.
Well, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, no, I was like, oh, yeah, okay. You name dropped a character. I'll give you. Had to tell you about that one. She Artemis is a prominent character in the Young Justice series.
Mm.
Great comic or great animation. Excuse me. This is Huntress.
Oh, okay. Well, same basic idea I had
Yeah,
then.
yeah. Helena Bartonelli,
Mm.
part of the Bartonelli mob family.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but similar upbringings to Batman. Saw parents killed in front of her. Vowed to do something about that, and is going around attacking other mob families.
All right.
Uh, she is a major member of the Birds of Prey.
Mm-hmm.
She was in the Harley Quinn Birds of Prey movie, played by the girl who played Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Uh, oh, okay.
Uh, Crossbow, you would think would be Arrow, Green Arrow, but is not.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Yeah, that's a little bit I know about Huntress. I really should know more about her, but it was like, my brain is just like, I know of her a lot, but major moments that she has done, I cannot remember.
Fair enough.
Okay, who is this?
um, this is a this is a member of the Green Lanterns.
This is a member of the Green Lanterns. Okay.
I'm going to call him Four because that's what's on his chest.
Okay, this is four. A Green Lantern. And good guy or bad guy?
I, I think he's a good guy.
Okay, good guy. And so classic Green Lantern abilities.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. This is the bombastic Bagman. Yeah, this is Peter Parker. So this one I threw in as a joke. This is Peter Parker. Um,
Oh.
he, if I remember correctly, and I should have actually looked this up proper, um, and his best friend is Johnny Storm, member of
Uh-huh.
the Fantastic Four. Uh, he realized Peter Parker realized that his black suit, one of his most famous suits, is actually evil and alive. So the Fantastic Four helped Spider-Man remove it. But then afterwards, Spider-Man realized, hey, I gotta do some heroing, or or no, not I gotta do some heroing, but hey, um, I didn't have pack an extra set of clothes. Oh, Johnny was like, oh yeah, you can borrow one of my outfits. We're basically the same size. So he put on a Fantastic Four outfit to go home. Uh, Stuff was happening, and was like, oh, hey, I'll save the day. I can't save the day as in this outfit because my face is shown. How do I fix that? Grabbed a
Put
paper
a
bag
bag
off
on
the
his
street
head.
and put a bag on his head.
You know.
And wasn't a long-lived thing, but the bombastic bagman is the fan name of this suit, and I just thought it would be fun to throw it in here. Like, this one will throw you off for sure.
I mean, you're not wrong. I feel like I should mention that I currently have like night mode enabled on my computer. So all of the blues look green
Oh, interesting. Uh, that is weird. I was wondering why you kept calling him a Green Lantern.
because I can't currently see the color blue.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, this next one. Oh, okay, this is a fun one. Who is this?
Oh. Honestly, I'm calling him Shulk.
Shulk. Okay. And what can Shulk do?
Shulk is really strong and has been spliced with some kind of dinosaur.
Okay.
He's got bones everywhere.
Shulk is a dinosaur. And is
Yeah.
Shulk a good gene spliced dinosaur man or a bad gene spliced dinosaur man?
Name me one hero who is actually gene spliced.
I could, but my mind is blanking right now.
I'm gonna call him a villain, and
Okay.
I think he's. I want to say
Deadpool.
he's Marvel. Nipple?
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Deadpool's kind of gene
Okay.
spliced.
Yeah, kinda.
You said Marvel?
Yes.
Marvel villain Shulk is dinosaur.
Yeah.
Shulk is dinosaur.
Am I wrong on all four counts?
All right. Maybe. This is going to be a fun one. There's going to be lots of clips. It's going to be fun.
Oh no.
Did you watch Batman versus Superman or did you just watch the Justice League movie?
I don't think I even watched the Justice League movie.
I know you guys did because you were complaining to me about that it felt like a ripoff of the first Avengers. To the point where they even had the cube.
Oh, did I watch this at the house on Wabash?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, yeah. I've only watched that and even then I didn't remember it. So,
Okay. So this is Doomsday. Doomsday is from DC. Secret Identity, Doomsday. Um, villain. This is a Kryptonian super bioweapon. Basically,
great.
some scientist way back when was trying to create a super being before
Mhm.
Krypton blew up. Basically, was okay um, on some desolate, like god awful world. Took created a creature, sent it out there. Oh, it died. Okay, scoop it back up, gene splice it so you're not completely wrong, um, and try and make it more survivable. Okay, sent it out again. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. The suit there on the left is like its containment suit, which was like in what in the final days of the experiment
Mm.
before being sent out onto the planet before Krypton blew up.
Uh-huh.
Years later, Superman's been around forever, and I want to say 92. In 1992, this creature landed on Earth.
Oh shit.
Superman was off world.
Oh no.
The it took basically the entirety of the Justice League to slow this thing down. Everyone beat the hell up. Some of them might have even died, but comics, they come back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They were just trying to slow this thing down long enough for Superman to return to try and take care of this. Finally, Superman shows up. And
And Superman dies.
Superman has to go all out,
Oh shit.
dying in the process.
Great, love it.
And that was the first time. That was the original death of Superman in
Jesus.
1992.
Ow.
Superman was never defeated until then.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can imagine this guy showing up was a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
And again, one of those that I about shit my pants when looking through the comics. And we have these.
Oh shit, yeah, we do.
Uh huh.
Oh, oh dude.
Yeah. Um, the scarier part about Doomsday is Doomsday keeps coming back. Every time he comes back, because of the experiment that he was ran through, he cannot be killed in that same way.
Really?
Yes. So if you drowned him, he can no longer be drowned. If you burn him, he can no longer be burned.
I there's only so many ways you can kill a person.
Yes.
Eventually he's just gonna be unkillable.
Basically. So the last time Superman encountered him, it was like, what the fuck do we do? Flew him to the edge of time. And then flew back. So he is now stuck on the edge of the universe where time does not exist. Until he gets out.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I kind of love it.
Yeah. And, yeah, we acknowledge this version of Doomsday. We do not acknowledge the Batman versus Superman version of Doomsday. Because that was just awful.
Fair enough.
Because, yeah, if I remember right, in that movie, it was like a gene splice of some random Kryptonian DNA and Lex Luthor.
Ew.
Yeah. And created some monster that went on a rampage and killed Superman. In Superman's second movie.
Ugh.
And people want the Snyderverse for some reason.
Why?
You don't kill Superman in the second movie. That is like, you need to have at least two or three Justice League movies before introducing Doomsday.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, he first dude who killed Superman. You can't just drop that in movie two.
Yeah. So yeah, Batman, Superman, very problematic. We don't talk about it. Okay, who is this character?
This is just a werewolf guy.
This is just a werewolf. Okay, what can just a werewolf do?
Oh, he's probably in some of those fucking comics with Dracula. He turns into a wolf under the light of the full moon.
Okay. And is it a good guy?
No.
No, not a good guy. Okay. And which comic property?
Shit. We just talked about this. Who had Dracula? Was it DC?
Maybe.
I think it was DC.
It was DC. Okay. This is Werewolf by Night.
Oh.
Marvel Comics is a hero. Goes by the identity. His human identity is Jack Russell.
Are you fucking? That's a dog breed.
It is a dog breed, which the creator of the comic came out later and was like, that was on accident.
Oh.
Because in the comics, it was he had a Romani last name, but then his mother remarried to a person with to a white man with the last name Russell. So Jack took that same last name. It was that was completely on accident, and he says on record, was like, yeah, I kind of wish I did that on purpose because it would have been a lot funnier, but I didn't know about Jack Russell Terriers at the time.
That's amazing. Oh,
Yep.
Jesus.
So yeah, Werewolf by Night is actually one of the first darker um, set of Marvel characters. Darker, by what I mean by like um, Dracula, werewolves,
Yeah.
things like that. The movie monster,
Yeah.
because during that time period, um, right before this, there was like a super tight ban on what you could and could not do in comics. As soon as they lifted that, um,
Since that, people went ham.
yeah, people went ham, both Marvel and DC. And Marvel created a runaway success of Werewolf by Night. And fun note, um, in Werewolf by Night's, I want to say 10th issue, um, was the first appearance of Moon Knight, who was someone who was hunting Werewolf by Night. And then realized, oh, we're both good guys.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
Yeah. And so, like I said here, his ancestor, um, way back when, in like the 1800s or something, was one of the few people to try and fight Dracula. You know, angry mob, a vampire. And Dracula placed a curse on his family. Down the line, Jack's great grandfather, something like that, gets a hold, comes across the Darkhold, which is basically the big bag book of magic evil things, thus awakening the curse upon his family, turning the males, or both male and female, I can't remember, on their 18th birthday, on the first night of the full moon, they become werewolves.
That's rude, first of
Yes.
all. Second of all, oof.
Yeah. So fast forward to Jack Russell, Werewolf by Night, and he's trying to understand this curse and break this curse, and actually, like, while in LA, so he's an LA based hero, while at night is, you know, trying to be a hero while also trying to fight off the werewolf curse.
Great.
Yeah.
This poor guy.
Right? But again, main character in the Werewolf by Night series, highly recommend it on Disney Plus.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but also, he's back.
What?
It's Forget Me Not.
You know about Forget Me Not?
That was so fucking clever.
Oh, I had to.
Let's throw him in at the end. Just like, here, do you remember who this is?
Yeah, basically.
My memory is not that bad yet. Thank you.
But also, I thought it'd be fun. Just like, you know, his power of imperceptibility. We took our eyes off of him.
Oh my god.
So yeah, this Forget Me Not.
He has returned.
But yeah, that.
Maybe I am Professor X all along.
I knew it was gonna go either one of two ways. You would have that reaction, or you'd be mad at me. It was probably more of a Katrina reaction, be like, "No, we've already had this character, Justin. You can't lie to me. You can't gaslight me. We've already had it. What are you talking about? I haven't showed you this guy yet."
He's returned.
Well, yeah, that is all of the slides.
Oh my god.
So yeah, now you have learned about comics.
I sure have. I sure have learned about villains and heroes in DC and Marvel.
Yep. And I'll have some more tame ones next time.
Oh.
But what'd you
God.
think? Did you have fun?
I did have fun.
Yep.
I have been made aware of the fact that Katrina and Day heard me shouting about Dracula.
Oh, good. That one was Dracula was just like, oh, I have to include Dracula because the um the Moon Knight, because the Moon Knight joke,
Yeah,
and then it
yeah.
was like, oh yeah, it's that Dracula.
Fucking amazing. Oh my god.
Yeah, you know, like Blade villain. I don't know if you know much
Yeah.
about Blade. Yeah, Blade villain makes sense, and yeah, all that. Oh yeah, fun fun thing with the Werewolf by Night because there's actually a bunch of werewolves in Marvel.
Mhm.
Um, I had to look it up, make sure which one was which. I originally thought Werewolf by Night was part of the Howling Commandos, um, which this version is not. There was another werewolf who they call War Wolf, who is part of Shield and leads a team of basically the movie monsters, and they all fight supernatural things. And they are called the Howling Commandos,
Oh my god.
which I would love to see
Amazing.
one day.
Yeah,
Live action.
that'd be great.
You know, because we got Werewolf by Night, we got Moon Knight, we're getting Blade. We could do the supernatural team hunters.
Let's do it. I want it.
Yeah,
I
but
want it.
yeah, that is all the slides I have. Did you have fun?
I I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, and this was I was like, yeah, if we had the other two here, it would have been great as well. Maybe next time.
Maybe. I'll talk to him.
Yeah, and I'll post this up on. I plan on posting this up on YouTube in a couple days for funsies.
That's
Um,
good.
and I got a bunch of clips I can make on TikTok now. I'll have to go through all of these, but I guess I will let you go. We can do an outro, and then that will be it. Yeah. Yep. So, thank you for showing up, everybody. Thank you for watching. Um, I don't have anybody to raid, sadly. So we will catch you next time. Uh, Cedar might be here or might not. We don't know. And yeah, everybody have a good night.